today's Dungeon Master tip is legendary adventuring groups. Enhance your campaign world by including the exploits of other renowned adventuring parties, whether it's Vox Machina, the Mighty Nein, or a previous group that the party had run in the past. See, this to me is really cool because I actually, when I wanted to DM for my group for a little while, I always wanted to have like a group that was like this NPC group that was always kind of with them, kind of not like actually like standing with them, but they were doing the same. They were
Sort of
undergoing
stuff.
similar events with them, right? So then they kind of became this like rival group, as like I would
Ooh,
envision,
I like that.
and eventually uh they would either they would either befriend them, maybe it's kind of unlikely. The intention was they were going to eventually fight them, and it would be this maybe they struck down um blanking on her name right now, holy cow,
Can't help you.
the angel, fallen angel. Maybe they struck down Zariel, that's what I was thinking of.
Zariel?
Yes, and like they're holding the something particular, and they have the item that they may have gotten, I think, from Zarya. I don't know, maybe they had some. I don't remember exactly, but the point is they're going to see them, and then instead of like they're preparing for Zariel, right? They're like, oh, we got to fight this fallen angel, and like they see the group who has already triumphed, and then they have to fight them so they can save Elturel,
Right,
which
right.
was kind of like the cool part. But
That is
that was
really cool.
that was my idea of it. So I was going to tweak the ending, and that was going to be the fun part. But
Well, the reason I came up with this, not only for the topic we're discussing, but I just started adding notes to our current campaign to include the Azure Crows, which is your previous adventuring party, into the story. And I was like, you know what? Everyone should do that because having a known um, something to compare to could be really fun as a DM to insult players with or praise them with. Imagine, if you will, your group of adventurers walks into a village that has been under siege repeatedly by bandit or by, let's say, orcs, and you have been tasked with rescuing them from this horrible raiding that's going on. And there's we'll use the Mighty Nein as an example to stick with the theme. And the entire time you accept this, it's like there's NPCs that are saying, "I wish we had the help of Vox Machina or the Mighty Nein. Instead, we've got these guys."
ooh,
So
interesting.
so what ends up happening is you slay the orcs and you stop them from raiding, and then you go on your way. And later on, you hear tales of a group of bandits who raided that village and took it over because the only thing that was holding back the bandits was the orcs. And so the Vox Machina or the Mighty Nein or whoever the other adventuring group had to come in and clean up your mess. And
Oh
so,
man.
so now there's a constant spew from your BS of what you did and how you had to be saved by another group of adventurers. And I think that could be just so much fun.
I can agree to that. That'd be really interesting. Again, whole point is add in some really like just again legendary adventuring groups. Just a great idea. You guys should just probably use it.
Yeah,
It's great.
and the other thing is that when you do this, you could hear whispers of while you're doing your own little exploits. Hey, you saved the village from the orcs. You might hear rumors of the Vox Machina and their battle with Vecna that just went underway or that just finished or something along those lines. It makes the world feel like there's other adventurers out there and you can hear about the sort of stuff they're doing, which will hopefully encourage the players to want to get to that level.
Alternatively, what you can even do with that is if your players actually, of course, start to get to that level of heroism that they are, you can actually start saying like, oh, these guys kind of remind us of Vox Machina. It's
Ooh,
almost like we
I like
have the
that.
Mighty Nein here, or
The
like,
Mighty
oh,
Three.
yeah, except now there's only three, yeah, but whatever.
That's funny.
But you
I
can
like
do stuff
that.
like that. So like as they're getting stronger, you can add to like their fame,
Right.
which I always thought was cool. In particularly when I was doing the World of Darkness series, so like Vampire the Masquerade, or in my case was the Vampire the Dark Ages. There is actually like a fame like point
Here.
thing. Yeah, and I loved that. Like I always was like, oh yeah, dude, I'm gonna invest so hard in this because I want to be fucking famous. Like I want to walk around. People are like, holy shit, it's that guy, and I'm like, yeah, it's me.
I know in Shadowrun they do track like both fame, notoriety, and well, how notorious you are. So you might be famous just for the wrong
bad
reasons.
things.
Right.
So like that kind of stuff to me was always really cool. So
Right.
I don't know, do that.
What do you think, Matt? How would you like to run into Vox Machina or hear their name or Mighty Nein's name pulled up in your campaign and your adventures?
Because we're using Vox Machina and the Mighty Nein, and I've seen them a lot. Don't expect what you've heard personality-wise.
That's funny.
In terms of personality, don't expect what you've heard.
That's funny. All right. I think that'll do it for our Dungeon Master tip of the podcast, the legendary adventuring groups. Hey, thank you so much for all your support and watching our video. We hope you enjoyed it. We are the hosts of the Crit Academy, a Dungeons and Dragons discussion podcast.
Be sure to hit that subscribe button.
And be sure to ring that bell. Get our latest content as we toss it out there, and it's good stuff.
Everyone loves fat loots and great D&D inspiration. Keep your blade sharp and spells prepared, heroes.